Hi, it's Mike, Tiff, and Maddie here with another edition of Daddy's New Addiction. Today, Mike is smoking some burgers, and he's also got some stuffed jalapeno peppers wrapped in bacon, and I am making to go on our burgers. We're going to put fried green tomatoes on the burger with dill Havarti cheese, and then my homemade zucchini pepper jam that I made a couple of episodes ago. And you can find that recipe on the pickles video. I'm also going to make some additional fried green tomatoes just to serve as a side. Then we're going to make a celery root remoulade to go on top of that. And we're also going to do some grilled peaches. Maddie's very excited about the grilled peaches. We're going to grill some peaches. And
Mommy's cooking the cereal.
And Mommy's cooking the cereal too. Yes. Maddie's very excited about the grilled peaches. We're going to grill peaches. We're going to top them with cottage cheese. And then I'm going to flavor some granola and then bake it. And we're going to serve the crumbled granola on top of the grilled peaches. I think that covers everything. So I'm going to let Mike talk about his burgers and his stuffed jalapenos. He's about ready to get everything on the grill now.
All right, as you guys can see, we're cooking with charcoal today, but we're going to smoke these a little bit with hickory chunks. So you want to take a peek on these right here. I don't have a whole lot of hickory chunks in there. I'm going to add a little bit more after the food goes in. So we have the burgers right here. I season them just with my homemade rub, which maybe at some point in time in my career we might have that available to the public. And then I just sprinkle a little bit of basil over the top of it for color and just a little something extra. Yeah, we've got Dad's burger, Mama's burger, and Maddie's burger. She didn't want the green stuff, and I didn't put a lot of seasoning on hers. You've seen our preparation for the stuffed jalapenos wrapped in bacon. I'm going to put these directly on the fire for a short bit, just to try and get this bacon crisped up on both sides. And then I will remove them from the heat and put them on the top shelf to finish. I don't want to burn the bacon because bacon is obviously very greasy, lots of fat. All right, so we're just going to let these guys cook for a short while, and then we'll do a flip.
All right, so Mike's just finishing up the cream cheese. He mixed the cream cheese mix with some regular shredded cheddar cheese, cilantro, scallions, and a southwestern rub mix. He had the jalapeno peppers, gutted them, de-seeded them, and now he's getting ready to stuff them. After he gets them stuffed, he's going to wrap them in the bacon, secure it with toothpicks, and then we'll cook those on the grill as well. Mike's finishing up his stuffed jalapenos, so I'm going to work on the celery root remoulade. So this is a celery root, otherwise known as celeriac. And I'm going to actually get this peeled, trimmed up and peeled, and I'm going to start grating it. And then I'm going to make a little remoulade sauce, and I'm going to mix to the grated celery root. So it's going to be similar to something like a coleslaw. And we're going to serve the celery root remoulade on top of the fried green tomatoes. So I have my celery root prepared here. I actually hand julienned half of it and grated half of it because the grating of it was really, really small and I wanted some bigger pieces in there, but I didn't want it all big. So it's a mix of the grated and then the hand cut julienne. And now I'm going to make the remoulade sauce. I'm going to make a little bit of a Cajun remoulade. So I'm going to put some of the basic ingredients that are in a regular remoulade in here. And then I'm just going to add some Cajun spices to it. In here I have capers and dill pickle or cornichon chopped up. So there's the capers on the bottom. And then I got the cornichons chopped on top. And add some of that in there. Fresh cut parsley. Then I'm going to add a little bit of Dijon and a little bit of the spicy buffalo sauce. And then some chili powder, some cumin, and some paprika in here as well to kind of give it a little bit of a Cajun twist. And then I'm going to dress my celery root with it. we're going to start getting the grilled peaches ready to go. So we're going to grill the peaches. We're just going to put those with olive oil and just sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper on them before we put them on the grill. I'm going to bake some granola. I've got just a plain oats and honey granola. And I'm going to make a little bit of flavored oil. I'm just going to slightly warm that oil just to kind of marry the flavors of the oil. And then I'm going to toss the granola in that flavored oil. And we're going to toast it in the oven. I'm also going to add in some chopped pecans to mine. You can add in any type of nut that you would like, or you can make it without nuts, or you can do a granola that already has nuts or even dried berries in it. I had a plain granola on hand, so I'm just going to add some pecans into that with the flavored oil. We're going to toast it in the oven for about 12 minutes. I'm going to stir it and rotate it in the oven at about 8 minutes, and then cook it the additional 4 minutes after that. So already in here, I have a 1/4 teaspoon of grated ginger, and I'm going to add the oil in. I'm just going to sweeten it with a little bit of honey. I've got some cinnamon, nutmeg, a little bit of orange zest, and I'm just going to add that in there. I'm just going to warm it up just slightly, and then we'll be ready to coat our granola with it and get that baking. Cool.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but we don't need a whole lot of oil.
That's a big one.
It's a big one?
It's big. It looks
Yeah.
like a giant.
You want to do a little sprinkle? You want to sprinkle this one? There you go. Sprinkle in there. Look pretty good. There you go. That's good.
Can I do that?
You do that one a little bit. A little bit more. And one more time. Yep. There you go. That's good. All right. We're just going to put a drizzle of honey. I'm going to do this one. Ah!
Oh, God. Ew. How you can do that?
All right. All right, so we got our chopped pecans here. I'm going to add those in. And here's our flavored oil. We're going to add that in. Good stuff. All right, so we're going to dump that out. What? I'm going to bake the cereal. Now we're going to work on prepping the peaches. I'm just going to cut them in half and pop the pit out and lightly season them with the olive oil, salt, and pepper. Yes. And Maddie, were you surprised I was going to bake that cereal?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Mommy's baking cereal.
Right here.
Right in there. Yes, Baking cereal in the oven. That's just crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Crazy.
Let's see what's in there.
What's in there?
Oh, the color.
Mm-hmm. What's the matter?
Why that's in there?
That is the pit.
The
These are called stone fruits because they have the stone in the middle. They're called stone fruits.
Coolio.
So our granola just came out of the oven and it smells wonderful. We'll set that off to the side. We'll just let it cool down. Whenever the burgers are ready, we're just going to take the grilled peaches, top them with the cottage cheese, and then put some of the crumbled granola on the top. The last thing I need to prepare are the actual fried green tomatoes themselves. I'm going to get everything ready to do the fried green tomatoes, but I'm not going to bread them or fry them till the very end. I'm going to wait till everything's almost ready, and then I'll start slicing the tomatoes, and I'll get those breaded, and then we'll start frying them. So the burgers are going to have the fried green tomatoes on them, a dill Havarti cheese. I'm going to get that sliced, and then there's a zucchini pepper relish that I made a couple weeks ago on the Pickles video. We're going to toast our sesame seed buns on the smoker as well. And then we're going to put some of that zucchini pepper relish on there. And then we're going to put the dill Havarti on the burger and top it with the fried green tomatoes. So I'm going to get everything ready to go. So all we have to do is just fry our green tomatoes last minute. We've got our grilled peaches. Everything's ready to go for that. And I've got the celery root remoulade I prepared earlier. It's in the refrigerator, getting cold. And we'll just bring that out and top it on our fried green tomatoes when everything's ready. All right. So for the fried green tomatoes, I just have just 3 tomatoes here. One of them is actually getting a little red, but it's still really firm, so it will work fine for this. I'm gonna slice those. I'll sprinkle them with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then we have our seasoned cornmeal mix here. It's cornmeal, flour, breadcrumbs. I put some Cajun seasonings in there. Kind of the same that I put in the remoulade. I put some paprika, some cumin, some chili powder, and a little bit of Parmesan cheese in there, and some dill in there as well. All the flavors similar kind of throughout this meal, so everything's complementing each other. I'm going to do the tomatoes. I'm going to put them in the cornbread mixture, then I'm going to put them in an egg buttermilk mixture, and then back into the seasoned cornmeal mixture. I've got salt and pepper in here, salt and pepper in there, and I'm also going to sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper on the tomatoes before I start breading them. And then when they come out of the pan from frying, just a sprinkle more of salt and pepper at that time as well. And we should be good. The peaches are on, the buns are on. I'm gonna start frying our green tomatoes. So I just did mine with a little bit of seasoned cornmeal mix. You could do flour, egg, cornmeal, flour, egg, flour, cornmeal, egg, cornmeal. You could even beer batter them. So, you know, you have several different options, however you would prefer to bread yours. I'm doing mine similar to how my Aunt Mary makes them. She fries green tomatoes all the time. So I'm going to also saute mine in bacon grease because I happen to have some. I know in Hot Moms I'm always using olive oil, but I think for these fried green tomatoes I'm going to use some of this bacon grease that I've saved. I'm going to get those frying and dinner is almost ready. We have everything ready to go here for tonight's dinner. Actually, let's start with our burgers here. We've got our burgers, they're topped with the dill Havarti, and then we've got Mike's smoked bacon wrapped stuffed jalapeno peppers that he did. And we got our fried green tomatoes with the Cajun celery root remoulade. And we're gonna finish it up with the grilled peaches, topped with the cottage cheese, and that seasoned baked granola that I did. Now I'm going to put the toppings onto our burgers. So these burgers, we smoked them. We've got the sesame seed bun. We're going to top them with some of that zucchini pepper relish. And then Maddie's going to have a plain burger here. And Mike and I are going to have ours topped with this homemade zucchini pepper relish that I made. And a fried green tomato. Do you want a tomato on yours, Maddie?
No.
No? Okay. All right.
I'm fine.
You're fine on that. Okay.
I only want my burger and my cheese and a bun.
This has a little bit of heat to it, and it's also got some dill in here, as well as basil. Yeah, put that on there.
Only myself.
Mm-hmm. We got the fried green tomato going down there. We got our burger on top. I'm going to put a little bit more of this zucchini pepper relish on there. And then we're going to put the top bun on there. All right. So we got Maddie a plain burger in the back. And Mike and I's right here. All right, you guys ready to eat?
I'm ready to eat.
Let's eat! Hot Mom's Dinner Club!
Mom's Dinner Club.
I can't wait to try those grilled peaches.